our predictions for the 2025 R1 Portuguese Grand Prix. Yes, we are finally at the second new race of the season. Portugal, the Algarve circuit. I probably butchered that hard. But yeah, new Grand Prix this week, so of course we have to make a prediction, not that we don't normally do. And yeah, it's going to be a very interesting weekend, so our predictions are probably going to fare the worst. Probably going to fare the worst that they ever have this season. But yeah, let's start with flop of the weekend. Flop of the weekend. I am going with if you had to think about this, if we would just pick the same person like every week, I know I'm going for surprise of the weekend. Flop of the weekend, I'm going for a driver. I'm going for Lego. It's random, but Yellow Sheep, they've kind of been getting points in the last few races, which is surprising because for a few races they've looked pretty dreadful. But yeah, they're back in 5th place. But yeah, I think we're gonna struggle a bit around here. As I said, we really don't know. Did you really have to go for that? Because I have gone for Edward. Oh wow, we could have just been a team then. Yeah, I think Yellow Sheep's gonna struggle around here. Of course, we don't know because we haven't seen cars here in action yet, so we don't really know how things are gonna go, which makes it kind of better, kind of more entertaining, because we don't have a previous race here to judge from, and it's not like Rally 2's here, only R1's here, so. And let's go to surprise of the weekend. I am going for a driver. I am going for Mario. He had a very good race out last time, 3rd place. So hopefully this is some positive momentum that will take him into the weekend and hopefully provide some good stuff. We'll see later. Ooh. My surprise of the weekend is Manton. He kind of has to have a good weekend here, because George closed up a lot of points, which I don't think was really Manton's fault, because the big one is being taken out in Austria. And yeah, it's crazy that the championship is so close now. It hasn't been this close since 2023. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Anyway, let's go to pole position, because it's not a sprint round. Pole position, I'm going with Manton for pole position. I think Manton's going to get pole. He kind of hopefully needs to. Hasn't gotten a pole position in a little bit. So yeah, I think it would be nice for him to get pole here. Pole position, I am going with George. He has positive momentum from the last race, of course, winning. And I think Clarence going to be quick. Saying that Clarence won't be quick is kind of crazy to say right now. So yeah, I think they'll be quick, but I think there'll be other teams that are challenging them. You see my predictions. Anyway, so let's go to 3rd place. 3rd place, I am going with Mario. I think he's going to get another podium. I think the positive momentum is going to carry over to this race weekend, hopefully. And yeah, I think he's going to get 3rd place. 3rd place, I am going with Manton. I think Manton's going to get 3rd. I don't think it's going to be the win, unfortunately, for him. Dang, you were hyping him up so much. I know. But yeah, I think it's going to be 3rd place for him. 2nd place, I am going with George. As I said, George has positive momentum. I don't think he's going to get a race win here, though. It'll be very hard to see who wins here. My 2nd place, I'm going. This will shock you. Huh? David? No. I'm going with Mark. I'm going with Mark to get a podium. He's had a tricky couple of races that he's had to deal with. Of course, finishing only 10th last race. I think he's going to have a bit of redemption race and finish 2nd place. Ooh, interesting. We have interesting predictions this time. And my race winner, I'm going with Manton. When is the last time he's actually won? A couple of races ago? Yeah, I'm going for him to get a victory here, because I think his best chance recently right now because like we don't know how it's going to be. Of course, we don't know how it's going to be, so that means that Ford could be like fourth quickest, and we don't even know. I doubt that will happen, but our predictions have been worse in the past. Anyways, for my first place, I'm going with George to win the Grand Prix. I think George is going to win. Actually, this will be his third win in a row, which is quite interesting. Which will put the championship, I believe, to 8 or something points. That doesn't make any sense. So like, to make so like 9 points, I'm pretty sure, in the championship, which should be interesting. Anyways, let's go to our surprise predictions. My surprise prediction is BMW gets a top 6 in either qualifying or the race. I know we haven't mentioned them at all, but yeah, this track has a long straight. Like the last sector is, I'm pretty sure it's really good for them. The last and the first sector probably is really good for them. So yeah, I'm hoping big things from them. Hopefully, my surprise prediction is that the cars in qualifying are the most spaced out that they have been the whole season. So I'll say that pole probably at a bigger margin, just because they don't know what's really going on at this track or anything. That's an interesting prediction. But yeah, anyways, those are our predictions for this weekend. Of course, this weekend's gonna be very interesting to see how it goes. It should be a very fun weekend. Being a new circuit's always pretty fun because you never know what's gonna happen. Yeah, this one's a bit of a roller coaster, huh? Yeah. But yeah, anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Yeah, we'll see you guys around.